People living close to the oil company Elenco Energy in South Los Angeles say they are worried about their health. Testing has shown that the air in their neighborhood is not harmful, but the people still argue that oil drilling has caused health problems for them. Mona Adem has more on the story.
We are very confused because we identify like gas plus guava plus cherry.
Monique Uriarte knew something was wrong when she and her family began getting sick 3 years ago. She did not know exactly what was happening, but she did know it was something in the air.
My whole family needs to leave to another city because we are not able to stay right here.
Uriarte is now sure that the smell is coming from this building. Located across her home in South Los Angeles, Elenco Energy is an oil company. Only visible from the rooftop, Uriarte points out the equipment used to extract oil. She believes this process is releasing dangerous chemicals that are causing health problems for herself and her daughter.
The air makes you get sick. Like, I've never had heart problems and I'm experiencing them.
But Uriarte is not the only one concerned about the site. Nancy Alpern is the executive director for Esperanza Community Housing that serves residents in South Los Angeles.
I think that this is a moment of really looking at these toxic abuses of communities, particularly in our case, low-income communities of color. We want to make sure that our communities are not abused.
Alpern says the number of complaints went up dramatically after Elenco increased its oil production.
While we have recorded approximately 270, 280 phone calls, the AQMD recognizes that in that particular time, 251 recorded phone calls were registered by them.
There was an increase of report from the neighborhood sending you complaints. Did you guys recognize that? During a phone interview, the spokesperson for South Coast Air Quality Management District, Sam Atwood, said samples indicate that residents has not been exposed to danger. Elenco, who refused to leave any comments for the story, is not the only oil industry in Los Angeles that have caused controversy. Behind me, you will find the country's largest urban oil field, and they are known to use a new controversial drilling process. Residents living close to Inglewood oil field claim that new drilling methods, such as fracking, is polluting the air and causing homes to crack. But California Director for Energy in Depth says it's simply silly to believe that fracking is harmful.
You're talking about taking fluid, which is 99.5% water, and a little bit of sand, and about 0.5% a few chemicals, all of which you can find under your kitchen sink, in an open, in an open drawer. Putting it down a couple miles below ground. A lot of times when people do these drawings, they don't really give a sense of scale. So imagine a couple miles down under billions of tons of impermeable rock, where oil and gas has lived for millions, if not tens of millions of years, right? So the oil and gas has been down there. That's a fluid. It's already there. Okay, it can't defy gravity and come up by itself. It can't get through the billions of tons of impermeable rock. Now we're just replacing that fluid with other fluid.
Quest says oil drilling can create an economic renaissance in Los Angeles while providing millions of jobs.
We live around oil and gas development and have in Los Angeles throughout almost all of our history. And we're home to the Inglewood oil field, which is the largest urban oil field in the United States, surrounded by lots of, really in the middle of the second biggest city in the country. We're governed by, and that oil field in particular is governed by the strictest regulations in the entire United States.
But regulation and transparency is exactly what geologist Dr. Tom Williams says is missing. Take this building, for example, on Pico and Genesee. Having the same color as the Elenco building, it has no windows or a direct address. And while people drive by it every day, the oil site is hidden to the public eye. Or take this tower located on Beverly Hills High School. Decorated by colorful flowers, the site inside remains invisible. Even though the investigation might take years, residents in Los Angeles say they won't give up until they achieve their goal.
It's like shut down because they're making not only me sick, but like other people.
For Val V News, I'm Mona Adem in South Los Angeles.